How is it going, guys? Slippery Jim here. Welcome to Mystery Box Mondays for this week. The series where I play a random game every single week. And this week, the game that I'll be playing is called Call of Duty. You may have heard of it. This is Advanced Warfare, the latest version. And I'm going to show you guys a couple of games of free-for-all here. Now that the honeymoon is well and truly over with Advanced Warfare, I'm going to be looking back at this game and especially the multiplayer. And but in general as well, and looking at where this game fits in the pantheon of Call of Duty. Is it a good Call of Duty? Is the multiplayer good? Overall, was it a good effort by Sledgehammer Games? Now, talking mainly about the multiplayer here to start with, when I first got the game on day one, or day zero, or whatever the hell it was called, and played the multiplayer. I had a blast. It was absolutely unique to Call of Duty. It was something new, with obviously the exosuits is what I'm talking about. And it was really fun. It was really different. It was crazy, and it was fresh, which was good. But then what happened is, a week or two later, and especially you'll see this with some of the established multiplayer Call of Duty YouTubers out there. You know, the big guys that post Call of Duty multiplayer all the time. A lot of them started saying it was a bad Call of Duty and, you know, that there were issues with the skill-based matchmaking and stuff like that, okay? So after the first few weeks, and some of them stopped playing it, stopped posting it, went back to Black Ops 2 and Black Ops and some of those older Call of Duties. In fact, what I think they were doing is sitting back on their old archived gameplay, being a bit lazy because they couldn't get good fresh stuff. So what I think happened is a lot of these Call of Duty multiplayer channels relied on getting in every now and then that perfect lobby of noobs where you could just pub stomp and you could just dominate and get an awesome epic gameplay, you know, and that's how they got a lot of their, you know, clickbait videos successful, out of getting those good games from getting into the random lobbies where they would get a whole team of Christmas noobs or whatever and pile up the stock footage that they will post on their channels, okay? It's just how it works, undoubtedly. A lot of these players are not particularly good players, but everyone can get a good game every now and then and post it on YouTube. So what happened is they started saying, oh, you know, with the skill-based matchmaking, they couldn't get their good gameplay anymore. So they started ragging on Advanced Warfare and going back and just posting their Black Ops 2 gameplays and stuff like that. Now, if I went on to Black Ops 2, like I actually went on to Black Ops 2 this long weekend, and most of the lobbies are like 99% snipers running around, trying to quick scope and stuff like that in the middle of the map. I'm talking about free-for-all here because that's mostly what I play. And also the shotgunners, of course. Shotguns can really dominate in that game as well. And I enjoy my shotguns in those rare Call of Duties where they're actually viable. Like, you know, Black Ops 2. Anyway, so the thing is, looking back at Advanced Warfare personally, yes, skill-based matchmaking is definitely a part of this game that makes it a little bit different in getting into a lobby. You'll have mostly players around your skill level that you're up against, so you're going to have to work hard to win the game. Now, some people, of course, there's always going to be people that exploit, try and hack, try and cheat, get around these things. And so, you know, people will reverse boost, or they'll buy reverse boosted accounts and stuff like that, so that they can get in these lobbies with people that are not at their skill level, so they can get good games or good gameplay videos for their channels. That still happens in this game. But the thing is that it's not making you a better player if you do that. It's not really, it's defeating the purpose. I mean, there's a few reasons people will play Call of Duty, of course, multiplayer. The bottom line is to have fun. I want to have fun, fair enough. But then there's a whole group, like if you think about the Call of Duty community and how toxic it can be, and like a lot of angry people play this game. I think really they like that boost to their self-esteem of getting in a lobby where there's people not at their skill level, that they can just crush everyone and get those games when they're not getting properly matched based on skill in this game. Unlike in some of the other games where you could get in a whole lobby of Christmas noobs and just take them all out. So there's that. I think some people didn't like this game because they didn't get that easy boost to their self-esteem or whatever it is in being able to pub stomp in those games because of skill-based matchmaking. But the other thing is, if you just play this game to have fun, it is actually a lot of fun. The exosuits, of course, are part of that factor, but there's also the other things. Like, there's some really fun guns in this game that may not be particularly viable in terms of winning, but they're really fun, like the dual LMGs that you can get, the laser, all that stuff. There's tons of fun factor in this. Plus, you can customize your character. You know, you have the random drop where you can get the weapons and stuff like that. Now, look at that kill cam. That's another thing I'd like to talk about, and this is one of the, probably the major thing for me with Advanced Warfare that makes it a little bit special in terms of the multiplayer. In that this game actually makes you a better player. It makes you a better player. Some people don't want to be better players. They just want to cheat and the easy way out to win games. But if you can do well at this game, then you are a good player because you're matched up against people of the same skill level for the most part. And just the factor of the exosuits, you actually have to aim, and you have to aim quickly. You can't wait for people who might have boosted up into the air to slowly come down and then shoot them when they land. You can't do that because they will already have killed you by the time they land. You actually have to shoot them while they're in the air. So just that part of it makes this game require a far higher degree of accuracy, reaction, spatial awareness, all of that stuff in order to do well. And I'm just amazed at the skill levels of some of these players I get matched up against, particularly these guys with the snipers in this game, and they'll be able to boost jump and just one-shot you, you know, from the air. Incredible, incredible stuff. But, yeah, that's the major thing for this game, Advanced Warfare Multiplayer, for me, is that it's going to make us better players. It's going to make us more accurate. It's going to make us have more spatial awareness. And it's taking us away from the whole linear, horizontal way of playing that we were used to in the old Call of Duties. So that is a good thing. People might not think it is. A lot of these players that are trying to get YouTube videos with really high scores that get put into skill-based lobbies and stuff like that, who may not have really the level of skill required to consistently get amazing footage in this game. They might complain about it, but you know what? At the end of the day, there's going to be a whole new generation of much more highly skilled Call of Duty multiplayer players. Now, what exactly the point of that is, or where that's going to take us in real life, I'm not too sure. But it's got to be a good thing, right? If you're going to have that increased level of skill at the game as a result of some of the dynamics in this. Anyway, that's pretty much my whole soapbox spiel about Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Yes, the honeymoon is over, but it's still a pretty good Call of Duty for multiplayer. I would say it's probably not the greatest of all time, But it's definitely a good one, and just the unique factor of the exosuits is what makes it really special. Just waiting here if this guy knew he was going to follow me. If he was clever, he would have gone around and tried and flank me or just gone off somewhere else. But they always have to chase you around. Anyway, aside from that, the campaign is really good in this Call of Duty, and we still haven't really got Exo Zombies yet. They're released this week, so I'm looking forward to that. From some of the footage I've seen of the Exo Zombies, I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of a bit more excited than when they first announced it, because I thought it would just be like a poor, pale, lame-ass imitation of, like survival mode with zombies, more or less. But it's looks like it's going to be pretty interesting, actually. It looks like it's going to be pretty good. So we'll wait and see. At the very least, we're going to give it a try. I'll be posting some videos of that as well on my channel, so you can look forward to that. Apologies for missing last week's Mystery Box Mondays, guys. I've been working on a video that is going to take a lot of work and editing, so probably something a little bit different. So that has taken up a lot of my time, and to be frank, the upload speeds are just killing me with 60 frames per second. They are probably... I just run past that guy. I just completely run past that guy. He must be AFK. Anyway, I get him for my warbird and get stabbed in the neck there, just as I call it in. But, yeah, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this week's Mystery Box Mondays. Not the most, out there choice of game, but this was some recent footage I got over the double XP weekend, a long Australia Day weekend here in Australia. So, yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this. Please remember to rate and comment. Next week, hopefully, I'll have something pretty special coming out for Mystery Box Mondays. And it's a game I've been playing for the last 2 weeks, continually. And really, really enjoying it. That's all I'm going to say for the time being. So, yeah, 5 kills off the win here. I didn't really get that many kills off my turret or my warbird. You really have to pick your spot with the turrets, because people will just run up and take them out. I think I might have got 1 or maybe 2 kills from my turret in this game. Get smacked with the rabbit punch. But yeah, basically the KF5, I find this gun is pretty effective. Shotguns are very, very difficult to use successfully in this game, because you just simply can't get close enough, and they're very low powered as well, unfortunately. I really wish they would buff them, but I mean, they make snipers OP in almost every single Call of Duty lately, but the shotguns, apart from Black Ops 2, rarely get any loving. Like, even if you remember World at War, they were very, very bad in that. Black Ops, they weren't really anything special either. But in this, there's a lot of interesting shotguns, or there's a few interesting shotguns, but they're all just so low powered that, especially in this kind of game where, you've got a lot of long lines of sight, they're not very good. The other thing I should mention, by the way, is the map design in this. I think it's really well done. I mean, they've allowed for a lot of verticality and stuff like that. The designs are good. The early maps in any Call of Duty usually are not the best maps. I don't know if I'm safe in saying that, but you usually have to wait till the DLC. They seem to put a lot of time and effort into the DLC. Even the zombies maps, like in the Treyarch Call of Duties, the last few that get released are usually the best ones. I'm not sure why that is, but yeah, the first few they just seem to rush out. I mean, Transit, case in point. Oh my god, I'm getting shot up here. Yeah. The one thing I don't like about free-for-all is that these days people don't even bother trying to survive and get perfect games or anything like that. They will just run into the center of the map and just basically shoot each other, stand out in the open. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to rate and comment. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.